Hi everybody, Constance Fears with Polymath Regulatory Consultants, and I just wanted to give you a real quick video discussing some of the pitfalls that I've seen with quality management systems, the QMS. Now these are things I've observed both as an FDA inspector as well as my time in industry. The first is the QMS not being aligned with all applicable laws and regulations. It's important to note that when you produce a product and it's marketed or sold in another country, you are subject to that country's laws and regulations. For example, if you're a US company and you make sunscreens for the US and you also sell and market that sunscreen in Mexico, you're subject to both US and Mexico's GMPs. You're subject to every country in which you do business, their appropriate laws and regulations. Not being aligned with the C and CGMP. So the C and CGMP stands for current good manufacturing practices. So this is not only the regulations that are published for each country, but this is also supplemental information. As technology increases, we get more information about how to do things in a more current way. Some of this information is contained in observations. You can look at observation trending from 483s. You can look at guidance documents. For the US, it's important to know that the FDA's guidance documents are not considered laws. However, they do describe the agency's thinking on a particular topic, so it's important to understand that and to also incorporate that in an appropriate manner in your QMS. So QMS documents will be used throughout the organization at all levels, from the operators and the analysts all the way to the executives. And it's important to make them understandable for each person that will use them. This means avoiding being extremely verbose or using big words when they're just not necessary. You want to use the proper technical terms, the terms that are common in industry, and the terms as they align with the regulations, and you want to keep it simple. The number one FDA 43 observation for over the last decade has been inadequate SOPs or failure to follow SOPs. So this goes back into the three things that we just talked about, making sure that your SOPs are understandable, aligned with current GMPs, and are also aligned with every applicable law and regulation for the country in which you do business, but also training properly on these SOPs. It's important to utilize current methods for training and effective methods for training. The old, I read the SOP and clicked and said I understood, while it's compliant, may not necessarily be the best option in every scenario. If you have an extremely complicated process or a very long document, you may want to consider using an interactive video, having on-the-job training, having a seminar, something that's much more engaging. It's unlikely that the average person will read 70 pages line by line in one sitting. So you want to make sure that you're setting up your employees for success and not for failure. I hope this was helpful. The 4 tips related to the QMS. For more information, go to www.polymathregconsultants.com. Have a great day.